What's up guys, my name is Aaron, and today I'm going to be reviewing I Told You. This is the first studio album by Tory Lanez. He's a Toronto-based singer-rapper. I really liked his single Say It. I thought that was a really cool throwback type of song. I like the 90s vocal sample in that, and I liked kind of like the mysterious beat and the way that he sang on it. It sounded really sensual and really personal, or the kind of epic 90s throwback beat. I haven't really listened to him outside of that. I've, just wanted to kind of hear his album. I was kind of weirded out by the kind of Drake shots that he had at him, so I was just kind of, kind of skeptical of him at first. I was open-minded going into this album, even though I felt like this was just kind of like a mediocre album at best. The best thing about this is the production. It's very solid across the board. I like the mix of dark beats and the lighter beats as well, and I feel like those beats have a kind of interesting twist on them. The song I love the heavy dancehall and Caribbean vibe on that. I love the grooving bass line, and I love the kind of wood instrument that's playing at the track. I like the kind of cool kind of party vibe on that track. To Dream, I really like this vocal sample that's playing throughout that track. I like the hard-hitting drums and the twinkly piano. I really gravitated toward this song. This is probably one of my favorite beats on this album. The song Question Is, I love the kind of downbeat vibe to it. I love the piano, the guitar, the snappy drums. They all kind of fit together really well. I like how grounded it feels, and it kind of mixes with the subject matter. I had no problems with the production. It's really solid across the board. And I feel like Tory Lanez is a strong singer and rapper. On the song To Dream, he raps really ferociously and really passionately as he raps about his come up and his struggle. Say It is definitely like the absolute standout of this album still. I like how sensual and passionate his vocal performance is on that track. The song Love, he sounds so playful and light on that track as he sings over the, dance hall Caribbean vibe. His vocal presence is really strong on this album. Like, there's really nothing wrong with his rapping or singing. And I do like that he goes into some personal stuff. He goes into kind of dark stuff in his life. The song Question Is, he talks about how he forced his girlfriend to have abortion 3 times so he doesn't have to focus on raising a child while he's trying to, get famous and, gain popularity and stuff. It's really jarring, and it gives you an open view into his world. You really get a good sense of who he is as a person. My major thing with this album that I did not like is that it was over long. At an hour and 16 minutes, it was definitely very long, and it felt very long too. I don't really have a problem with long albums and kind of long songs, but I do feel like they need to be interesting throughout. Like Justin Timberlake on Future Sex Love Sounds, that was a pretty long album, and it did have a lot of interludes and stuff. Production changed. But Justin Timberlake's changed. Like, he changed his vocal presence, but I feel like on this one it's very stagnant, or it's just filled with kind of unnecessary skits that you don't really care about. And I feel like outside of, kind of making epic songs, like, this didn't really need it to be that long. Like the song I Told You, another one, it starts with a really super long skit about this family member kind of kicking him out of the house, and it's kind of really long, and you kind of get it over the first 30 seconds, but it keeps on going on and on. That skit is followed by a future Travis Scott impression, and it kind of goes on for a long time, about 5 minutes. The song Question Is, even though I like the song, like the rapping and stuff, it does have an extended skit and like a vocal end that kind of bookends that track. Loners Boulevard, I just felt like it wasn't interesting enough for it to be that long. I think that track was 8 minutes. Of 14 tracks, 8 of them were longer than 5.5 minutes, or at least 5.5 minutes. It's okay if it's very interesting and stuff, but I feel like with this album it really wasn't. You could have got a producer to kind of cut those tracks down. It doesn't need to be epic lengths for this type of artist. I do feel like he's not that original either. He does take a lot from different rappers that are out right now. For example, 4am Flex, during the second half of that track, it just cuts to a dead on Kendrick impression. It sounds like Shireen off of Good Kid, Mad City. He's not just rapping like him, he steals the idea from him, what he's rapping about, what he's, the kind of delivery that he has, the skits, the whole concept is just based off of Good Kid, Mad City. And then, like I said earlier, the majority of I Told You, another one, is just kind of a future Travis ripoff. And I feel like throughout this album, I don't really need to even go into detail. I just feel like it kind of copies people like Drake, Party Next Door, Jeremiah, people like that. Overall, I just feel like he's not that original. He just kind of takes from people that are kind of popular right now. And I felt like there was way too many uninteresting skits. I'm not a skit person at all. They could be cut out of albums to me, but I feel like with this album, it was just way over the top. I feel like there was maybe 9 or 10 skits, and that was way too much. It was just a bombard of skits and stuff. I just hate it so much. Overall, I thought it was a mediocre album. I did think that it had good production for the most part. I think he's a talented rapper and a singer, and I feel like I do like his dark personal material, but I feel like that the album was kind of hampered by the overlong songs just kind of didn't need to be that long. I didn't feel like it was really original in sound or in delivery or anything like that. I felt like there was too many skits that kind of hampered the album as well. Overall, I would give it a C minus. I could see it if you like Tory Lanez, but I don't know, I just didn't really like the album. So what did you guys think? Did you like the album? Did you hate the album? Let me know in the comments what you thought, and thanks for watching. Thanks guys. Bye.